Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. This segment is sponsored by Claire. In Grenada, government is making it easier to enable information and forms to be filed electronically with the passing of the Electronic Filing Bill 2013 in the Senate on Wednesday, 10th of July. It comes on the heels of the launch of the front-end tax e-services system, which will enable taxpayers to do business with the Inland Revenue Division online. The bill was brought by leader of government business, Senator Kenny Lal Singh, who said it's part of a responsible government's move to modernize operations. Simon Steele, the parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, said the intention is to make life easier for people in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. He said as an incoming government, the urgency of the bill was reviewed from the consultations that were done, and wills and passports are among some of the exemptions. Neighboring islands have enacted similar bills since 2001. Private sector representative Senator Chris D'Ali is particularly pleased about the introduction of the electronic filing bill, given the expenses incurred to keep paper trail. Senator D'Ali believes Grenada is playing the catch-up game, noting the number of transactions taking place already over the electronic medium, such as buying and selling and trading of ideas and information. He said the newly introduced e-taxation is also welcomed by the private sector. Senator D'Ali said he sees no reason why the country should be paying additional costs of not having access to these technologies that can save us in time and monies. As this bill seeks to create ease of transaction for people, Senator Winston Garraway, the parliamentary secretary with responsibility for information, re-emphasized that it supports government's move into a new economy. In Trinidad and Tobago, a 32-year-old woman from San Juan appeared in court yesterday charged with 3 offenses arising out of her daughter's rape. The woman, who cannot be identified because it will reveal her daughter's identity, is charged with preventing her daughter from giving a statement to the police in relation to her rape on a date unknown between March 1, 2009 and April 16, 2012. The mother of 4 is also charged with failing to report her daughter's rape to the police. She pleaded not guilty to both offenses as they were laid summarily. If found guilty, the mother faces a $20,000 fine and imprisonment for a term of 10 years for deterring her daughter from reporting, and a fine of $15,000 or imprisonment for a term of 7 years, or to both such fine and imprisonment for failing to report the rape. The mother is also charged with unlawfully supplying a pill to her daughter to procure a miscarriage, contrary to Section 57 of the Offences Against the Persons Act on September 7, 2009. This offense carries a punishment of 2 years imprisonment. The woman, who was represented by attorney Cecile Pope, was granted $40,000 bail by Magistrate Debbie Ann Bassor, who adjourned the matter to July 22nd and transferred it to the 7th Magistrate Court, which deals with sexual offenses. In the Dominican Republic, National Drugs Control Agency President Julio Sofront on Tuesday revealed that 20 agents were fired for failing a polygraph test and ordered back to their military branches. He said a lie detector measures psychological responses and changes in blood pressure, heart and respiratory rates, and responses on the skin, which questioned the veracity of the answers from the subjected to the test. The head of the DNCD also announced changes in its commands on Tuesday afternoon, including division and departmental chiefs, among other units, which Sofront called routine. In Puerto Rico has a large-scale solar project in the works, along with a pair of new wind farms. And if it plays its cards right, the U.S. territory could lead the entire Caribbean toward a green future, according to former United States President Bill Clinton. Clinton arrived in Puerto Rico this week as part of a push to promote green energy on the island, first meeting with Governor Alejandro Garcia Padilla, and then delivering a speech on energy and climate change at the Conservatorio de Música de Puerto Rico on Tuesday afternoon. He said that, as in countries around the Caribbean, high energy costs were crippling economic growth in Puerto Rico. Clinton offered several solutions, suggesting both a Puerto Rican strategy and a neighborhood strategy, and eventually a Caribbean strategy for energy. that would involve looking to liquefy natural gas and increase solar and wind, the cost of which had fallen dramatically in recent years. Recent years have seen a growth in green energy projects in Puerto Rico, highlighted by new wind farms in Santa Isabel and Punta Lima and a major solar energy project in Guayama. And Clinton said projects in nearby countries like Haiti and the Dominican Republic underscored the promise of green energy for the Caribbean. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. Stay tuned.